Hello everyone, welcome to Horror Mystery Rewind. Today we will talk about the movie Exorcism of Emily Rose. The movie was released in 2005 and is inspired by true events. Please click on the closed caption for subtitles. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy and take care of yourself. At the beginning of the movie, a dead girl named Emily Rose arrives on the scene. People were expressing their views on her death. Her death is strange, according to her teacher. A claim that demons possess her was exaggerated by the church father. So, he performed an exorcism on her. It indicates that he used the prayers to drive away demons. Father is accountable for Emily's death. News of this case was now circulating throughout the city. Father's legal case is managed by Erin, a female attorney. Erin was unwilling to cope with this legal matter. However, it is suggested that if she prevails, she will be promoted to the senior partner. She thus consents to handle this legal matter. Now Erin visits Father. Father says to her, "I will reveal to the world about everything that Emily faced." Now the lawyer visits Emily's mother, who tells her that she was very friendly, jolly, and scholastic. She got a scholarship and she went to the city for further studies. The trouble started from that time. Everyone had come to the court. And another lawyer speaks against Father, who is hired by the teacher. He tells Emily is dead due to the father's practice of exorcism. There is a cure of everything. But Father practiced exorcism after getting her treatment stopped. She could survive if he avoided it. There was a sitting lady who had come there as a witness. She says that a demon assaulted Emily the first time when she moved into a hostel to study in the city. When Emily woke up at 3 in the morning one night, everything was happening erratically. Doors were automatically opening and closing. The clocks at Emily's home had also stopped working. Then she feels the weight of the monster on her and pain throughout her body. Then, Emily's condition started to deteriorate. Then she shows it all to her mother. Then a doctor tells, "I was treating Emily. She used to hallucinate." Father wronged to stop her treatment. So, Father is guilty of her death. But lawyer Erin speaks out on it. "Oh, what were the body scars and the felt pain? Why did you not treat her properly? She was not insane but possessed by a demon." The police arrested the father. Then Erin again moves to meet Father. Father advises her, "You will also have to be alert." Here it is known that those demons were in the hostel. Brought into the hospital, Emily had also viewed demons in the sky. She was seeing demons in the other people as well. Then Emily's friend reveals that her health had gotten worse as a result of these events. She used to scream and cry a lot, he claims. She once cried and pleaded with me, "Never leave me." So, until now, I had never left her. I will be honest about her experiences. At 3 a.m., Erin had already begun to feel all these feelings. Her house's clocks had stopped working and the doors were closed by itself. On the other hand, Father also faces an unpleasant situation. And he sees a demon. But that demon disappears when Father recites prayer. Erin was very irritated because of it. And she loses her sleep that night. She was late to reach court, waking up late in the morning. Father says after seeing Erin's condition, "I had suggested you take care of yourself. You will have to be more careful because demons will try to assault you." Another lawyer presents another doctor when she is favoring Father. That doctor also sees the same, as if she was suffering from a mental health disorder. These were her superstitions, having mental illness. Soon Erin starts speaking, and she asks if she was superstitious. Why she gets weak as time passes, why on her body she had numerous scars. She claims that Father assisted her in driving the devils out. It is thus evident that Emily's father and friend took a stance. If Emily had any illnesses, they claim she was taking medication. The medication might help her. But every day, she was getting sicker. We were therefore also aware that Emily did not have a mental illness. Instead, some of the demons had taken possession of her. Her appetite had been destroyed by the beginning of her fear. Emily's friend says, once she was staring at me lying down on the floor oddly when I woke up at nighttime and her eyes had turned into black. Then it is revealed that Emily's sister visits her at night outside. Then, while seated in the kitchen, Emily begins eating cockroaches. She begins to scream loudly as she sees her sibling. She then starts using her nails to scratch the wall. She had absorbed a great deal of power that is unimaginable in a person. Also named was father. Additionally, Emily is speaking to them in a number of languages. The following day, the scene happens in court where Erin calls a female physician. That lady doctor used to investigate supernatural events scientifically. She says exorcism practice was best for her, and she did not have any mental illness. But doctors had disabled her brain activity at that spot, calling her mentally ill. As a result, exorcism was not affecting her. Now Erin meets a doctor who tells, I was also there during the practice of exorcism. And he says, I had detected if the exorcism affects Emily or not and the practice was started later. Erin thinks father's allegation may be removed if she knew it before. Being present there, the doctor was witnessing everything. Then father should not be put under any charge. Now Erin moves to father in fury and says, why did you not reveal it earlier? Father says, the doctor himself had restricted me to keep him away from this. But the doctor himself was exposed when he noticed that father is being put under the allegation. The doctor also tells, 6 demons were regulating Emily. We had a tape recorder while practicing exorcism on her. We recorded the sounds of demons in it. And he hands over the cassette tape to her. Then it is shown that Erin hears the frightful sound at 3 a.m. She observes while waking up that these sounds were echoing from the tape recorder. She is comforted thinking it was just a tape recorder. Suddenly, her mind clicks to see who turned it on. She gets terrified. Father also says, I used to face the same thing at 3 a.m. Those demons tried to end me after the practice of exorcism. I was in threat but never lost my faith. Then Erin plays the recording before the judge. She also talks about that doctor who used to be with him at the practice of exorcism. Now he will also be a witness. Father tells, Emily used to utter mysterious sounds during a spiritual practice on her. She used to hit herself. Emily spoke digits from 1 to 6 when father started to ask the names of demons. Once, Emily jumps off the room, spreading her hands during exorcism. And she sat in the stable of the horses and began to shout. Father resumes his spiritual practices, but devils make a valiant effort to thwart him. While father was doing exorcism, Emily used to experience discomfort in her body as he marked the crucifix sign on her. She uttered the numbers 1, 2, till 6 when she questioned the nature of demons. She then screams out the names of those 6 devils. They could converse in Arabic, Greek, German, and Latin, among other languages. After that, she screamed for hours on end. When father's opposition lawyer heard it, he responded, every human being can speak multiple languages. Not a huge deal, really. It is quite possible that her spoken languages had been read by her. That doctor does not come to give evidence in the court who was with father during spiritual practice. Erin goes to meet him. He says, no. I do not want to be a part of this case. Something is scaring me. At the same time, he casts his eyes behind Erin. It seems as if there was something visible to him. He meets with an accident and dies, which makes Erin depressed because now she doesn't have any hope of winning the court case. Then it appears that father is defamed in front of the entire city. And news is being printed in the newspaper against him. Father hands over a note to Erin written by Emily. It was said that when she woke up after a few hours of exorcism, then she heard some sounds. While detecting those voices, she meets a girl of her identity. She asks that girl, why was I the only one to suffer it? That girl answers, I understand your pain. Come with me, she says to Emily. You will experience pain relief. If you stop here, these devils will anger you so much. But Emily doesn't stop there. She keeps going up against the demons till the time of her death. Father claims that Emily torments herself while giving her life as a demonstration to the world. However, a different lawyer continued to object to father. Erin says abruptly you can suspect either father killed Emily or not, however, you cannot assume that father has helped Emily or not. He continues to work tirelessly to save Emily. You cannot decline it. After this, the court announces its decision. It announces, father will surely face the music. But it is known that his announced punishment was enough in the prison which he spent during this prosecution. Now his penalty was over. Now father is at liberty. It is proved that father has not taken her life. Now it is proposed to Erin as she should be promoted to a senior partner in a law firm. But she forbids it. She transferred this data ahead after searching it. The film was made on this data and actually, it was a real story. 6 demons had possessed that girl. Due to this she was dead during the fight. And father had practiced exorcism on her for many times. But those demons were so mighty as they did not allow anyone to rescue Emily. And the movie also comes to its ending here. If you like the video, subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and click on like to help the channel out. Thank you and take care.